So I'll welcome Life Technologies and the team of Life Technologies to the world of cancer research over, I should say, the world of research and medical diagnostics, molecular diagnostics in South Asia. I am Rajiv Sareen, the director of the Research Center of Tata Memorial Center, which some of you may know, it's the largest comprehensive cancer outside North America, and every year we get 40,000 new cancer patients. So it is as big as MD Anderson, but the challenges that we have are much more. You know, the city of Mumbai or Bombay, as some of you may know it, it's not only a financial hub and the capital of Bollywood, our movie industry, it's also a hub of biomedical industry and the medical world and also research. You know, when we suspect a genetic condition, then the way to confirm is by looking at the specific gene, or genetic test when it's like done in a medical context, and we call it as genetic testing. And the most common way of doing genetic testing is we look at a specific gene for any genetic alterations. First we amplify, we extract the DNA, we amplify the exons or the coding regions of the gene, and then read the sequence. And for doing that, there is only one instrument, which is automated DNA sequencers, and the one that we use, not one, we have two now from Life Technologies, and we are pretty happy. The reason why we are happy, that most important, the accuracy, the results, the readout that we get are interpretable, and it's reasonably fast also. Of course, as researchers and as clinicians, we always want that machines which could be even faster, which could give us results yesterday. So the challenges that we face are at several levels, and I'll just give one or two examples. One is the expectations. The people these days, because they hear so much about the research advances, and especially in the field of cancer and genetics, they expect that if they have come forward, if they have participated in some research, or if they are seeing an expert, we will be able to tell them all the answers as to what disease they are likely to get, when they will get, whether they will be cured or they will not be cured. About 5 to 10% of cancers are hereditary in nature, they run in the families, and we have now close to 1500 such families where cancer is running in the families. Several generations are affected with cancer. Presently we have a cancer genetics clinic which every day registers 1 or 2 new families where cancer is running in those families. And if you say new family, that means you could have, over a period of 2 years, we may enroll 10, 20, 30 members from a family. And India, as you know, is a populous country, and we still have many large families, and we go to grandfathers, great grandfathers and their cousins, second cousins, third cousins. The particular story that I am sharing today, it's in a way, in terms of genetics, it's a very like a standard story, you know, hereditary cancer, but as a human story, it's a very unique story. This young lady, young mother, what I am saying is that her unborn child saved her life. You know, it's hard to understand how an unborn child could save the life of a mother, is because this lady was carrying this little girl in her womb when she conceived, and because she had an underlying illness, hereditary illness, and on an ultrasound, which she had obstetric ultrasound, what was found that not only a healthy fetus, was also found that this lady had a very rare kind of tumor in adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are small little glands on top of kidneys, both the kidneys, and because of that her blood pressure, which otherwise also the blood pressure goes up during pregnancy, but her blood pressure was really shooting up because this creates a hormone or a chemical which can make the blood pressure go very high. So had this lady not conceived her daughter, and she had not gone for her ultrasound examination and blood pressure checkup, she would have never known that these tumors were growing in her body. And because of that, she underwent further investigations. The tumors were found in the adrenal glands and also in a thyroid gland, and for which she was operated. She underwent 2 surgeries. Of course, she delivered the child, she underwent surgery to remove the thyroid tumor, it's a cancer, and the adrenal tumor, another cancer. And because it was detected in time, today based on the tumor markers, the chemicals which are secreted by tumor in the blood, we think that this lady, this young mother, is probably cured of her cancer and which may not return based on that.
माझं नाम समीक्षा प्रवीण ताडी और ये मेरी बेटी आहे दिया प्रवीण ताडी. ही जेव्हा प्रेग्नंट राहिली हिच्या वेळेस 3 महिन्यानंतर मला माझ्या आईने जेव्हा ते नाव टाकायचं असतं तेव्हा ते नाव टाकायला नेलं डॉक्टरांकडे. तर तेव्हा माझा ब्लड प्रेशर खूप वाढायला लागला. म्हणजे प्रेग्नन्सीमध्ये जितका वाढतो त्याच्याहीपेक्षा जास्ती वाढायला लागला. तर तेव्हा मग डॉक्टरांनी सांगितलं की हिला कुठल्या मोठ्या डॉक्टरांकडे न्या म्हणून. तिथे गेल्यानंतर मग आम्हाला समजलं की म्हणजे काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेमच आहे म्हणून. मग त्यांनी मोठी सोनोग्राफी करायला सांगितली. तर त्या सोनोग्राफीमध्ये माझ्या किडनीच्या वर छोटी गाठ दिसली.
You know, when this family approached us and when we studied the type of cancers they were in the family and the family history, we suspected a syndrome called MEN syndrome. The syndrome has nothing to do with men. The name MEN is an acronym for multiple endocrine neoplasia. It can occur in women as well. And in this syndrome there is a gene called Rett proto-oncogene. When there is a mutation or a change in this gene at a specific sites, then this inherited predisposition comes about. And what we did, we amplified all the 6 exons of the Rett gene, which in where if there is a mutation you can get the syndrome, and then we sequenced them, and not to our surprise, we found that there was in fact a change or a mutation in exon 9 of this lady, this young mother, and that explained why she had all these cancers. I don't know what was the risk, and it confirmed the hereditary nature, genetic nature of her illness, of her cancers, the 2 cancers. And then we looked at her mother, who did not have this mutation, but unfortunately when we looked at her young daughter, the young girl, we found that the young girl also had the same mutations. You know, these sequencing machines, which most of them, almost all of them come from Life Technologies, they are seen often as a research tool, as a very important equipment to do research, but I also look at them as medical equipment. And the reason why I am saying as medical equipment, because when we deal with families, initially everything starts as research, but ultimately the end of all biological research is that it should help some people, you know, it should help real people in the real world, not just trying to figure out what is happening in a petri dish or in a mouse. So today, for hereditary conditions, hereditary syndromes, and so many genetic conditions, you know, every year worldwide there will be at least few 100,000 individuals who develop cancer due to the genes, defective genes, hereditary cancer, and there is no other way but to confirm that our suspicion of it being a genetic disorder, unless until we sequence a specific gene on sequences such as this. So that's why I would say this is like a medical equipment, because it all starts from here.
In 2007 we were doing approximately 500 reactions per year. From then on we have come to 2012, in which we carry out about 5,000 reactions per year, especially the DNA sequencing reactions. The major user of this facility is Sareen Lab, the cancer genetics lab, in which the area of interest is inherited cancers. And in this inherited cancers, a lot of inherited cancer syndromes are studied by sequencing the large genes which predispose a person to cancers.
ही डिलेवरी झाल्यानंतर 6 महिन्याची जेव्हा होईल तेव्हा आम्हाला बोलले की चेकिंगला या पुन्हा KMमध्ये. तिथून आल्यानंतर मग त्यांनी टाटामध्ये पाठवलं. आणि मग नंतर आम्ही तिथे ट्रीटमेंट चालू केली. जेव्हा त्यांना आवश्यक वाटत होतं तेव्हा आम्हाला फोन करून ते बोलवायचे की ह्या तारखेला या, ह्या वेळेस या, अशी ट्रीटमेंट करा, तशी ट्रीटमेंट करा. आम्हाला काय ह्याच्याबद्दल काही माहिती नव्हतं पुरेसं, पण जास्ती करून काळजी ह्या लोकांनीच घेतली. हे देवासारखेच भेटले आम्हाला. म्हणजे बेबीचंही तसंच झालं. त्यांनी ही जेव्हा 6 महिन्याची होती तेव्हा त्यांनी एक टेस्ट केली. त्याच्यामध्ये सांगितलेलं की ही जेव्हा 6 वर्षाची होईल, 6 वर्षाच्या आतमध्ये हिचं थायरॉईडचं ऑपरेशन करावं लागेल. तर म्हटलं चालेल. आणि मग आता ट्रीटमेंटसाठी आलेली मी हिला घेऊन. तर ते बोलले की आता ऑपरेशन करावं लागेल. 3 वर्षाची होती तेव्हा. 3 वर्ष पूर्ण पण नव्हतीच झाली. म्हणजे सप्टेंबरमध्ये ऑपरेशन केलं हिचं. आत्ता 4 ते 5 महिने झाले असतील. आणि मग व्यवस्थित झाली. तीही व्यवस्थित आहे, आम्हीही व्यवस्थित आहोत. हो, 3 महिन्यांनी, 6 महिन्यांनी जेव्हा हे लोक बोलवतात तेव्हा फॉलोअपला येतो आम्ही. बेबीसुद्धा आणि मी पण. जेव्हा जेव्हा बोलवतात फोन करून तेव्हा आम्ही येतो. किंवा तारीख देतात, ह्या तारखेला या, त्या तारखेला या, तेव्हा आम्ही येतो. पण ह्या लोकांनी भरपूर काळजी घेतली आमची.
I think at Life Technologies you guys are obviously good. That's why you are market leaders in so many areas. But I think you all can do much better. And why I'm saying that, It's not that you're not doing well, because the expectation, there's a burden of expectation. And today, it is still, the products and the reagents are still predominantly used in the field of research. And I would say that, feel yourself that it is more of a medical, biomedical diagnostics, molecular diagnostics. It is not just producing an equipment or reagent which is used in a research to produce a paper, but as a lifesaver. You can change lives, you can save lives. Thank you very much for helping this family and many more families.
आई वडिलांसारखीच काळजी घेतली, देवासारखेच भेटले हे लोक सगळे.